friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Del Pickett here, and I just finished up build number 370. And it is another DelaCaster. And what makes this a DelaCaster is, well, it's the single coil here in the bridge position. I do have the piezo that gives that spanking sound. And of course the single coil alone. Whenever that happens, you just got to put the groove a little deeper, or else it might come off like that and you get a detune. All right, so we are going to put this thing through the paces. This was a Java box. And what these Java boxes look like prior to this is what they look like. Which is, they're still awesome boxes. This one here is covered with dust. But they're thick walled. And what I do is I sand them down, and then there's different layers of veneer. So I get this down to the second layer. I take off the first layer, this is the second layer, and then this one here is the third layer. So I expose the third layer, and then the third layer really takes the stain, and so that's what gives this that vibey look. All right, so I am tuned E, B, E, and the string gauges are the 44, the 34, and the 26 wound, all wound. And the amp I am using for these sounds is this Vox Mini with the rhythm section. And this is what it sounds like. All right, so I'm going to kill the delay. So I'm going to play you a couple of licks that I really enjoy playing, especially when I'm just like stretching the strings and tuning up and testing out the instrument. One of them is this one here. Why? I don't know. I just love that little lick. You can play it with a pick or with your fingers. So if I do it with my fingers, it sounds like this. Is that I'll use that as like the first section, and then I'll go to the second section, which is a, and that's just kind of what I call a chromatic, where you're using every note going down, except for in between the 12th and the 10th fret. That's the only place where I do a whole step. So it's like, so I pull it off and then I do another pick. And I do that for all the notes. And you just got to do it for the timing so that it falls in the right measure. Then I retune. One of the things I like to do to kind of mix it up is I add these little pull-offs from the third string or the third fret to the second fret to the open. That's the way it sounds. And I'll do it in the middle string and the low string. And I just put those in randomly, especially in the middle section here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So, oh yeah, so here's the deal. So if I do it on the high string, then the next time I'll do it on the low string, and then the next time I'll do it in the middle string. So whatever I do, the next time I'm going to do something different, and I'll explain what I mean here. So I'll start off here to lick. So that's just kind of a little thing that I do to kind of mix it up to keep it interesting in my mind. Another one of my favorite pastimes is cranking the gain and then playing this little lick. You remember at the beginning of this video where this low string here fell off? And I told you I needed to recut this groove. Listen to the note that's on the back side of the saddle here. When I hit this note, listen. Hear that? It goes away when I touch it. Listen again. Hear that? So that means I need to reslot this little groove there. So I'm going to do that right now. So I just took the string off, and with this little triangle file, I re-grooved the groove. Now listen. This thing here rattles. So these these little cigar box guitars are notorious for vibrations and rattlings and buzzings and whatnot, and hums and statics and quirkiness. So this is another one of these, little top of that knob. So when that happens, I just turn it up, dude, and forget about it. The last thing that I do, very, very, very important, is to fine tune and position this saddle so that the harmonics line up exactly over the frets. Now this is a painstaking process, and it usually takes, actually, to be honest with you, I take my time, and it takes a couple of days, because you want the strings to stretch out, you want the neck to like stabilize in response to the string tension, all these things here. And then once the guitar is stable, then I hit the harmonics, I tune it up, and I hit the harmonics, and I make sure that the harmonic is the same note as the 12th fret. And I use a tuner. And if it's not, then I adjust this thing back and forth. Now, I don't only do it there at the 12th fret, I also do it way up here at the 19th fret. So the 19th fret is also a harmonic, and I hit that note, and I make sure that that one is correct also for all the strings. And then I play chords up here on the top, and I listen. Because the ultimate judge is your ear. It has to be in tune. All the way up and down. And I double and triple and quadruple check every string. All right, this guitar, she be done. And then what I always try to remember to do, a lot of times I forget, but I'm actually remembering to remember to not to forget. Don't forget to remember, not to forget to number them. So this is number 370. All right, number 370 in the books. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and don't forget to tell all your friends that what? 6 strings or 3 strings too many. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video.